Nope, not heading to Myers Market till I finish all my stuff. So what do we got? This right here too that I gotta do. Alright, I'm gonna need food and I'm gonna need some other stuff. Alright. Food's not a problem. Salt. I need some salt in there. And let me take some water just in case. Where's the water at? Where'd I put the water? Where'd I put your water? I don't have any. Nope, don't have any. Gotta go get some. Hope it's fresh. Before I leave the spot though, I'm gonna farm out all that seawater that I can. Put it in its own box and then just go from there. I just heard that guy talking that was running his mouth yesterday in chat in my boy's Twitch. Pretty funny. Broken back, talking about a CDL. That doesn't even seem like he knows what he's talking about, because I have a CDL and I drive trucks every day. I should have known that the guy had a fucking problem and is out of work and fucking whatever he's collecting, just by the way that he talks and acts. Oh, come on. Fucking rabbits are almost impossible to hit for some reason. Where you at? Dude, how come I can line up there and couldn't line up back there? They were just missing them the whole time. I just need to gather some food. Because these are almost out and it's only a matter of time before they decay. Let me go back up here. I know there's deer up here. No, not that way. This way. Anyway, that shit was funny. And the fact that the only reason why this is even being brought up now is because I was brought up by Doucheful. About a dude. And then he's talking about, I don't want no one doing anything in your Twitch. Like, I would mess with Dan's Twitch. The guy's such a fucking... I don't know. I mean, just I would never hang around people like that because it's just that he's got that coward nature in him, just to talk for the sake of talking. Like, and there's nothing to back up what he's saying. He's just saying it. We don't, me and my people, we don't have people like that around us. Like, literally, like, that. I mean, when I said what I said yesterday, like, anybody that I know will be like, why are you bringing this fucking clown around us? Because he's the type of person just to get everybody in trouble and shit. So nobody would want to be around him. Either way, it don't really matter. Like I said, he brought me into the conversation, so that's why I'm talking about him. But I'm gonna let that ride because I just heard him talking and everything. He sounded like a corny motherfucker anyway. Just not a guy anybody would be worried about. So I don't know why I'm stressing it like I am. Just probably because it caused a rift that didn't need to be caused. Like he injected his bullshit into the stuff that we were doing. And I like Dan. I wanted to see Dan succeed. So, and I still do. I want him to succeed. So, he's a good dude. He's just gotta stay on track and not let people drag him into their bullshit. Once he does that, it'll be fun. Make my teas. I had to go into his channel because he's like in his chat, or he's in his stream talking about he hasn't heard from me for days. I mean, I just fucking left yesterday. I even streamed it, so it's like, what are you talking about? Like, I just left. It's been hours. It hasn't been days, and I wanted to make sure that he wasn't going to try and trash talk me to those people. But he's cool, and I straightened it out. I told him, I was like, that had not, don't think of shit like that, because that's not how that went down. I left because he's trying to do something, and like I told him in the beginning of all this, I like to play solo, right? So I have personality conflicts with people. Because when you sound like a little corny ass dude that doesn't know what they're talking about, seriously, like don't know what they're talking about like dude did, and you're just saying random shit like in chat and you're lying to people, like you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, and I prove that you don't know what you're talking about, and yet you still want to talk shit, at that point, that becomes more than just me wanting to have a conversation with them. You know what I mean? And like I said, I can't reach through the internet and snatch somebody to fuck up. So what purpose does it serve me even allowing these people into my zone? Like, why am I even letting them get me to this point? I'm just gonna cut them short and move on. Because I can't do anything about it. Like, I literally can't do anything about it. Like if he was gaming right next to me, you would have just heard him get tossed. I would have twisted his fucking cap off, right? That would have been the end of that, and he would have never said nothing again. But you can't do that in video games. And then if you also, like, you're dealing with somebody that's living far away from you, right? You can't put hands on them, or at least you can't confront them. Like even the hands part is going a little bit to an extreme, right? But you can't even confront them to let them know, like, if they keep talking, then things are going to be different. So why have those people around you? Why have those people involved in anything that you're doing? Why allow them to infect your space? And that's what I did. I allowed that dude to infect not him personally, because he was a punk. He just shut up, right? It was the other guy that kept talking. I don't even know who that was, but whoever it was, he was weird. He was weird too. But anyway, not being able to like in a video game, people have that anonymity to talk shit, to type whatever they want to do whatever they want to. But in real life, you just don't. No one does that shit. Like, I'm serious. Like, nobody does that. Nobody sits there and jumps in anybody's face, starts talking a whole bunch of fucking rah-rah. Nobody does that because they know what the possibility could be, depending on who they're talking to. Some people you can do that to, some people you can't. But then you're just a bully if you do it to somebody who can't fight back, right? And I don't like bullies. Don't bully nobody. But here, that's what this is, right? So you have somebody who wants to bully somebody every time they see him. Like, I said nothing to those guys. I just went to the thing because Dan asked me to go. And I get pulled in and drug into all that bullshit. As soon as I get there, they start. And I didn't even say anything to them. I was just there. So the shit talking starts. And they know this shit. They know they can do it because they're on the internet, right? And they feed off of that, right? But we don't. People that I know, people in real life shit, we don't do that kind of shit. Like, that's, to us, that's just corny because you're hiding, right? We already know you're a coward when you're hiding. So. And nobody can do anything about it because they got the anonymity of the internet, and that's it. But in real life, people don't talk to. It's different. Everyone keeps saying that same shit. Oh, it's just the internet. No, it's not just the internet. I'm talking to a real person, right? I'm literally talking to somebody. So, but I can't physically get at them, right? I can't physically stop that argument if I want to, or that conversation if I want to. You can sit here and say whatever you want to. That's not who I am. I'm not somebody who wants that. I'll have an intelligent conversation with you if you want to. But if you talk reckless, you're getting, whatever. Whatever happens at that point is going to be all on you. Because if you start some stupid shit in person, then, that's you. I'm only reacting to what you're doing then at that point. And that's what I did. I react the same way. I'm no different online than I am in person. I react to shit, and sometimes it could be aggressive. Sometimes it sounds violent. Sometimes it's a little childish, right? We all do that. But at some point, I rein myself back in because it's not worth it. That conversation wasn't going nowhere, right? They were just saying whatever they were. So I just stopped talking to them because talking to them just gives them more bullshit to talk about, right? Not about me personally, because they don't know me from Jack, so they can't say shit about me, right? But they can say something about me in the game or some weird shit like they were doing. Like, oh, you're calling us nerds and you've got two characters at level 40. Yeah, but I still work and I still do everything I'm supposed to do, right? So I come on this character. I only played one character initially. In all the betas, I only had one character. I didn't have two characters. I only did that in here because I wanted to get my expertise and make sure that my character wasn't having to struggle. So the other character is just a benefit to have, and it's easy to play them. I don't play them both at the same time. I mean, that'd be crazy. You can't control. I mean, maybe some people can, but I can't control two keyboards at the same time, two mouses. This is not EVE Online where you can fucking use a macro to fucking link all your characters and have them all fly in the same direction and everything else. This is different. Because you got to fight and all that other bullshit. It's not a point-and-click game. Anyway, so that was why I left, right? Because Dan's trying to do something. He's trying to build a coalition on the server and all of this stuff. And I did tell him, like, Dan, when them other guys came in and started saying something like off the top, like, dude, you guys just got in here. You don't even fucking know me. What the fuck you talking about? And that's what I said to him. What are you talking about? And they, and it's right away. It goes in because I have an accent or whatever it is from, and I'm from Philly. So right away they were trying to play off of that, but they wouldn't come to Philly and say that shit. So that's why I don't listen to nerds online that say stuff like that. Like, they don't know me. Like, they would never say that to me in person. Never. Not any of them. None of them. None of the people that I dealt with. They'd all be quiet. So it's just you get to a point, you just want to come on a game and you want to relax. And that's why I don't join hives and I don't join war bands, because I have personality conflicts with corny people. Like, seriously, like corny. Anyone that is not like me, I have conflicts with. Now, I can sit down with anybody else, and and have an intelligent conversation and all that other bullshit. But we talk a certain type of way. I talk this way all the time. So I'm not going to change the way that I'm talking to you because you don't talk like that. This is not a bank. I'm not at a bank. I'm not trying to get a bank loan. I'm not trying to get a job. I'm not trying to do any of that stuff. You change the way that you talk to people when you're in situations that require you to. That didn't require me to change anything about myself playing a video game. So I'm not going to. I'm not going to pretend I'm somebody else. Like, all that trash talking, he was talking about, what, mop me up? Is that the corny ass phrase? Yeah, mop me up, right? And I listened to Dan's stream, and the dude's got a broken back. Like, how you gonna mop anybody up, dude? You can't even take care of yourself. Like, seriously. Like, this is what you just admitted to on stream, that you have a broken back and all that shit. After talking tough yesterday. Like, even if he didn't have a broken back, he's not doing shit to me. But the fact that he got a broken, why are you talking shit, dude? I literally mop you up. Let me use the term ball you up, because that's what would happen. You would just curl into a little ball like a girl crying if you tried some shit with me. But this is the type of stuff that I'm talking. People want to talk online all the time. They want to talk shit online. But they don't want that face-to-face. They don't want to meet somebody that they talk shit to online. I've already had that. I've already had that happen. And I dealt with it. So you don't sit there. Like I'm saying, you got to carry the same... I don't know why people do that. I don't know why people come into video games to hide who they are or to pretend that they're something that they're not. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It drives me insane, because all it does is you're building up a persona of somebody that you're not, right? You're not even playing off your character in game. I can understand if you're playing off your character, if you named your character some like British name and then you started talking like a Brit and all that other bullshit and you carried that whole skit into the game. But you trying to be tough in a video game when your character's not even tough, right? Like, these are fucking pixels. You got that pixel power now all of a sudden? Now all of a sudden you gangster because you're in a video game? So you think you can just say whatever you want to and people won't respond to that? Like, why do people think this is not how the real world operates, man? Over our entire history, if you were reckless in conversations, shit happened, right? Now, you can run to the courts and all that other bullshit after you get your ass whooped, saying you got your ass whooped, call the cops and all that other stuff, whatever. But if you start drama with somebody and somebody handles that drama that you're bringing to them, and they do it in a way that you won't give them no more drama, then why are you crying like a little girl? Why are you sitting there all upset? Why are you like, nah, just deal with it. And I usually don't do that. Like, in person, I talk online because that's the only way to express yourself. But in person, you run your mouth like that to me, I don't say anything. I just handle it. There's not a whole lot of... I'll give you a back out. I'll give you a chance to walk away from it. But after that, there's no walking away. If you continue, then whatever happens, happens. And I'm not saying that'll even turn into a fight or whatever it is. But it's not going to... We're not going to sit here and keep going back and forth. We're not going to sit here and keep having a back and forth, back and forth. And online, unfortunately, that's all you can do. And that's the problem. I have a problem with that. That's my problem. So I have to deal with that. I have to not allow people to push me into that direction so that they don't pull me out of my zone. They don't do that stupid shit. But I let dude do it. And it's okay. Like I said, they can think whatever they want because that's all it is. It's thinking. It's online shit, right? Again, in reality, I have no problems. Like we can have a meet and greet if you want to. I'll fix that back for you. Trust me. And then you'll stop all that shit talking too. But anyway, what the fuck am I gotta stop dwelling on that dumb shit because it don't matter. To be honest with you, it really don't. It's gonna be that way no matter what. So that's 20. Ooh, look at that stamp on that. Dude, why wouldn't you want that? Because you want it. I honestly don't know. Some of these teas are gonna dip, but the majority of them aren't going to, so it's whatever. Let me pop this right now. So I'm not using it. Anyway, time to like saddle up and get some shit done, cause I ain't got no choice. I gotta get this stuff. Ooh, hello. Yep. It's my ammo. Ammo looking good. Looking good. By the way, again, if anybody's starting this game, anybody that's watching is starting this game for the first time, if you want to build that just runs through shit initially, like get yourself into just raid, 2 pieces of raid and 4 pieces of rustic. That'll give you your speed for your crafting or for gathering and all that other shit, like mining and everything, and it also gives you some movement speed. I mean, you can go with any gun you want to, and you can go with any secondary you want to, because it really don't matter. You can melee everything in the game if you want to, up to a certain point. Generally up to, like, level... When you get into your 20s, if you're fighting level 20 mobs, 30 mobs, if you're melee-oriented, you can run through the melee pretty easy, but you'll have to upgrade your melee weapons for that. Otherwise, you can use the daggers up until a certain level. And then daggers start to become less and less effective. And I think that's like at level 40, like the dagger. Unless you're built into that. And if you're going to build a dagger build, like I'm doing right now, you have to trait in armor that has the highest psi output. Anything that grants you psi and has high psi to begin with. So the higher level armor you get, the more psi you get, the stronger your character gets. And then you just do what I do. Like you run through, everything's one shot. And then even boss, you saw me fighting a boss strictly with daggers yesterday, and I used about 20 daggers tops on the boss. So it's not hard to get everything you need in the game. And like I said, you basically just one-shot everything with the dagger, and you just run up and you get your dagger back. It's kind of like using the arrows. So, I mean, you can make a really good, like, arrow dagger build that you don't use any ammunition except for what you create through your arrows and your daggers, and play that way. But at some point when you get to the bosses, you're going to need more than just... Like the big bosses, you're going to need... Although I fought the monument bosses. But when you get to the giant, I don't even know how effective a dagger would be. Yeah. I've never run a character all the way to the end with just daggers. I'm going to try and do it this time, but I may wind up switching eventually anyway. Because I just don't think the dagger will go to end game. Unless you get the gold dagger, that might work. Plus... Also, for the build, you need to have either a turret or the drone. I would suggest a drone because I believe that gives you more psi than the turret will. when you get the advanced drone. So again, it boosts your psi. So attacking with the dagger, then all that boosting it does for the psi. So if it says it does 400 plus psi damage, right? Adds it to you, whatever that is. That's added to when you throw your dagger. So that's another 400% damage or whatever it is that you're throwing into somebody. And if you got, 2,000 damage already just from a dagger, then you're talking 8,000 damage from one dagger. It's more than that. I know it's more than that because I'm already hitting shit for like almost 3,000-4,000, and I'm only fighting, at my level 15. So I know it's more than that, but then times that by 400% or 500% or whatever it is for the drone. I know it's pretty high. I can tell you right now. Hold on. So you get the drone from, right here. So this scout drone, right? 500% psi intensity, right? And deals its own damage, which is 78 plus 100% psi intensity. That's off of you. So that's the 500% psi intensity goes to you. You're just getting a buff. You're getting a massive buff from these. Maybe not that one. Might be. Because that's the first one. Dude, why don't I gotta unlock it? Just show it. Show me what it does. I should be able to scroll over it and still see it. The medic's locked. Anyway. So you get a buff from those. I'm going to work all the way down that line anyway, because if I'm doing it and I need that extra side damage, I'm definitely taking it. Unless they change that and it doesn't apply no more. But I know that in the beta, doing the dagger build, every time you had one of those out, you got a buff to your side damage. Even still, even if it doesn't apply anymore, you still do enough damage with the daggers. And one of the guys got the gold dagger that we were talking to the other day, so it does like 1,000% more side damage or some shit like that. Hopefully I get that in one of my pools on either of my characters, and I'll start running that. I mean, we won't be able to use it until we get the gold to be able to make the dagger, but when we do get out there, I'll just farm some gold and then I'll make daggers and, see how it works. So I gotta go to there. This game is a cheese game. You know the mechanics in this game, and you know how to play it. The game is easy. It all depends on what you want to do, right? So I can rush level 50 in a couple days, as long as everything's open, right? And you could do it anyway, irregardless. Just do everything in the area, keep farming, or make salt and sell. Keep making salt, do mining and shit. You'll wind up getting experience. You can force yourself to level 50. Before the next phases open up, but you don't need to do that. You can wait for the next phases and then still rush. It won't be, a couple days to level 50, but maybe like a week and a half once the next phase opens. So a total of like 8 days, 9 days, and you can be 50. Again, unless you want to do like crafting and all of this stuff and just build you can get to 50 without, even on phase 1. It's not hard to get to 50. But I don't like playing that way. I don't like rushing the content. Never did. I can't stand when even when other people rush content, because I think it's pointless. Like, cool, you could play the way you want to play. That's fine. Go ahead. It's your game. But you're doing a disservice to yourself if you rush content. Because by the time you get to the end, you don't want to go back into the other areas and do the low-level content. So why not just do all the content while you're there? hit the areas that give you the decor for the interior of your home, so you can, you know, when you build, you can add shit to your base and all that other stuff. Like, don't limit yourself to just a couple things. There's a lot in this game to do, like a lot, and I think a lot of people don't realize that, or they do realize that and they just don't care because they're so used to rushing through games. This is not a single player game. It's a multiplayer game, right? So single player games, you want to rush to the end, that's fine. These mobs don't scale. If the mobs scaled, this would be great. Like if these mobs scaled to your level, which I don't understand why they don't do that anyway, because then level 50s would want to come back into these areas and fight these level 50 mobs in order to explore and do all their questing. But the fact that they come back and they got to fight like a level 4 mob or a level 5 mob, the 50s don't want to do that. You know, they want to fight level 50 content. So why not make the game scaling? Scales to character level. Yeah. WoW had scaling in it. Yeah. And it scaled to, or Guild Wars has scaling in it, and it scales to, if you're in a party too, it scales to the party. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's ways of doing it so that the people that play the game can enjoy it more. Because ultimately, that's what I want for anybody who's playing this game, to have fun playing it, right? Not to get bored. Because then you don't want to play the game. The numbers will drop. The game will get, you know, bad reviews because people are like, oh, there's nothing to do at the end game. And a game that I like and I enjoy, that has most of the genres that I enjoy in it, will wind up, you know, failing. Because word of mouth can kill a game. Yeah. All you need is these devs to make one wrong turn, and the YouTube guys to make the videos about the game and all that other stuff, they'll destroy this game, and then the game will start to fail. Because the opposite can happen too. You can have a game that you know is not a game and it's shitty, but YouTubers start playing it, and then all their people, like all the big streamers, they start playing, and everybody winds up gravitating towards the game. Like the day before, or was it the day after, which wasn't even a video game, and everybody knew it. Even the same people that were playing or were streaming that the entire time, talking about how it's not a game, it's going to be shit, even if they do get it out, because they're just going to rush to try and put something out, because for 3 years they had nothing but criticism about the game being fake. And it was. The whole entire game was fake. It was 100% assets. 100% assets. And there's nothing wrong with assets. Everyone will tell you that. But if your game is entirely assets and you know you can cobble that shit together within a couple months, then you just lied to every gamer out there. And they earned millions off of that. And 3 days later, shut the game down. The server stayed up, but the game effectively was shut down by the devs after 3 days. Now, you tell me that ain't crazy. That's insane. 3 days later, the game got shut down. All them people that spent their money, and I blame the fucking YouTube. Excuse my language. I blame the YouTubers that made all their people buy the game. Right? Because you gave them all that money and attention, and now your followers are buying the game based off of what you did. And the devs suckered the hell out of you. And you sat there defending a game that you knew was bullshit to begin with. Like, come on, man. You just hurt your own people. You just made your own viewers suckers that followed you into a game because of what you said. It's just, I don't know how. It's what I'm saying. You got to have some kind of integrity in your gaming. If you don't, then, you know, what are you doing? I would never take advantage of people like that. I would never tell somebody to get a game that wasn't real and that wasn't enjoyable. At least for the minimum. You know, even if it's a single player game. Those games, you can get anywhere from 20 hours to 60 hours worth of good content out of a single player game, depending on how big it is, you know, and what you can do. But I would never recommend a video game that wouldn't provide people their money's worth. You know, and make somebody else rich in the process. Nah, it's not who I am. You got it. You have to have integrity, and you do. And that's why a lot of people lose their viewership. A lot of people don't have, even with good content, they can't get people to watch them because, you know, it's just that they don't have any integrity. They just bow to the first thing that comes. Because they want to be, people want that, they're chasing that dollar. So, you know, you got advertisers that are selling crappy products, and you got them on your thing. Oh, buy this and you'll get this for free. Use my promo code. You know, and all you're doing is scamming your viewers. That's all you're doing. And yeah, if your viewers are suckers and they go and buy it, you know, but you can't say that either, right? Because not everybody thinks like that. Some people are like, oh, he's using it, I want it too. So don't scam your people, man. That's what I'm saying. You'll never hear me ask for a donation, money, none of that shit from anybody that watches my streams, because I don't care about that. I'd like to see that part of the industry just fall apart. You should be playing video games and making content that you enjoy because you enjoy it, not because there's a dollar sign attached to it. If your goal is to come in to YouTube or Twitch and make millions like, you know, those other guys do, just know that even with millions of views, you don't get that much money. Most of your money comes from sponsors and advertisers, but mainly from sponsors. So, and no, there's only a limited amount of sponsorships in video gaming. And it's based on your numbers. Small streamers don't get the same sponsorships that the large streamers do. Not even close. So, you know, you got to grow your channel. So you need to be able to. You need to be able to be honest, have integrity, and all other stuff. Again, you can't just think that you're going to get online and you're going to get views. It's not going to happen. I remember during one of my forays into the beta in this game, I was talking to a guy, and he has the voice, he had content, he had a good demeanor and all this other stuff, but he just wasn't making it. And it's because he would doubt himself right on stream. You know, and if you're in stream and you're just doubting your own abilities, right? You might get some sympathy views, but you're not getting people to stay because they don't want to hear that shit all the time. In the stream talking about how broke you are, that already sends me that red flags go up immediately. You do that shit. Now I'm already going, oh dude, this dude's begging for money because this is what he thinks is a job. And don't get it twisted. If you turn around and you get into YouTube deep and you start doing shit like the editing and all that other stuff that you got to do in order to get more popular in the streaming world, you're working. It is a job, but it's a job with no guaranteed pay. It's a job with no guarantees that anything better is going to come your way. You know. I think if you're going to be in this field and this is what you want to do, then I mean you got to search for them guarantees. You know what I mean? You got to look for them. Why am I lagging now? So, let's see what's running. All right, it's getting some weird graphical lag for some reason. Don't know why. Anyway. I just hope, like, Dan finds his niche. Because he had some viewers, and then he stopped gaming, and he kind of, they fell off and all. But he's got the numbers that he can pump up and get the viewership, and then he can get to where he needs. Dan's a good guy. I mean, I think he cares a little bit too much about the streaming, and that's a detriment to him. Because it puts him in a bad area sometimes. Yeah. And I don't think he needs to do that to himself. But if he can find a joy in streaming again and a joy in playing the video game that he's playing, I think he can get his viewership back and you know, do something with his streaming. He's got the potential, definitely. He knows the rules. Like, he's very conscious about people in his stream and stuff like that. That's why I'm bad for other people's streams, because I curse. Yeah, it's just who I am. Some other people don't want that in their stream, so I don't want to be on your stream. And it's also part of the reason why I like to play solo too, because I like to talk the way I want to talk. And I'm not going to limit myself. Yeah, this is who I am. You like it, you don't like it. You know, you watch, you don't watch. I don't do this for money or attention. I got enough money. I don't need anybody else's. That's the other thing too. You need to invest in streaming. Get yourself a decent mic. Get yourself some good intros, whatever it is, you know, that you do. But you definitely, you can't just not invest in your streaming. People like to see those improvements too. If you broke, you ain't got no money to invest in the streaming, you gotta hope that something pops for you. Because if not, your streaming career is gonna be over before it even starts. I'm gonna wind up investing in the Elgato. I've been holding off on investing in that for the longest time, the video capture card. But it's gonna happen. I gotta get it so that I can stream off my other system. Or stream through my other system. I mean, that might hurt when I go online with my other character, but oh well. There it is. I'm running around trying to find this thing. I thought it was outside. That's it, man. That's all she wrote. See, is that done? Yeah, that's done anyway. Go down there and then I'll head there after that. There. There's no there. I could give the best advice to people, right? I just don't follow it. You know, knowledge isn't always about what you do. Having knowledge is what you learn through your life, right? And then just learning stuff as you go along. I know all the do's and don'ts in this. I just don't give a shit. I never did because I don't chase money. Never have in my entire life. Never chased the money. Never looked at money that way. I know it's needed and I've never not had it, but I don't chase it. Money isn't my goal in the world. It's not my end game, right? I don't care about being a millionaire or being able to survive. You're still living. It's what you do with your life that matters, not how much money you make. Now, mind you can make a lot of money and you can be a philanthropist and you can give away that money, right? You can help other people. You can build things and all the other stuff and do great things for other people. But even that, You know, I mean, if you believe what Mr. Beast does, right, where he goes out to these communities and he's building these homes and these water facilities so that they have clean drinking water and all this other stuff, and the homes aren't like superior. You know, he's not out there building mansions. He's building homes that are livable and sustainable. But if you believe everything that he does with the money that he gets, right, then now see the problems that he's having because some of the other competitions that he ran apparently are staged or whatnot. So does that mean that everything is staged? That all the homes he built and all the water that he's given to people and all that other stuff, that's all fake? Because if that's all fake, then we got a serious issue. But if it's not all fake, how come that doesn't cancel out the skits that he does that are scripted? Why doesn't that cancel that out? Because he's given to other people who really need it in the poorest of communities, who really need that stuff. So why doesn't that cancel out why doesn't all the good he has done for people cancel out the possibility that he's made some stuff up? That don't make him a bad person at all. Right? That just makes him searching for content that people would enjoy, and you know, then he can get donations and then give that money to other people. Because if that's what he's doing, then I'm all for that. More power to him. Right? So again, having all the money that you can possibly have doesn't guarantee that you'll be happy in the world. Because look what's happening to him right now. You know? Do you think Elon Musk is happy? Like truly happy? Well, if he was, he'd stay the frig off Twitter, right? Or X. He would have never bought it. Matter of fact, that's proof positive right there, because he didn't really want to buy Twitter. He was forced into buying Twitter. He had to. He had to buy Twitter because of the agreement that he made. So the courts forced him basically to buy Twitter. But do you think he was really happy about that purchase? And about losing all the advertising sponsorship that they lost? And all the people that they lost? You might gain a bunch of people, but then in that one environment. But if you don't have true political discourse, right, where people can sit down and discuss the differences between their candidates without threats and all that other bullshit, and to use facts, not just stupid shit. Because you can only have political discourse with people who actually know anything about the politics that they're discussing. So they have to also know about their candidate. It can't be, oh, I saw him on TV and that's why I'm voting for him. That doesn't work. That's not, you know, people saw Hitler on TV, but would you vote for Hitler? So let's be real. You know, celebrities are not people you vote for because their entire persona is invented. Yeah, they're celebrities. They have to maintain a certain type of that because they need to be. Ooh, hello, my friend. It's gonna get up before I get there, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna get up. And I'm gonna get in it, and if it gets up, it's gonna walk me. Matter of fact, I might stay here anyway. Let it walk into the next area. Tally-o! Let's go. It'll stop right up here at the like service center or anything. Are they chasing me? Yeah, look at them. Hello, how are you? Anyway. I got so much quests to do. Shit. So I kind of feel sorry for Mr. Beast. I mean, now it's like people are just trying to drag him down. There's also people that live off of the misery of others and will feed off it in their videos. So if you have a little bit of dirt on somebody, you play off of that dirt, especially if they're famous. There's YouTubers out there that just want to cover things that they know will be a hot topic, right? And mostly to destroy people, you know, because that's what they want to do. And I think a lot of the people that are talking about this now are, especially the situation with Mr. Beast, are not giving that man any kind of credit, really trying to factually check anything that they're talking about. Or, you know, just being a human being and saying, okay, maybe he did do this, right? But, again, the other stuff that he did is real. You know. Like all them houses, if he had anything to do with that, then and when he builds the water purification centers and all for the people, if he had anything to do with that, right, at all, if that's real and that's money that he put into these projects, or even donated, and then, you know, or maybe donated the most and got donations from other people to help build the projects, that far outweighs these stupid little games that he throws where he doesn't actually give away that money. Like, you know, win $1 million, and it's his friends that win, and then, you know, they give the $1 million back or whatever because they're making money, they're getting paid, irregardless. Who cares? It's content. It's making content. Yeah. He's technically not hurting anyone in the process. I mean, his viewers are getting a little suckered, and maybe he should answer for that. I just think if the man did all those things that he supposedly did, and they are real, and there's a way to go back and check these areas where he placed these homes and this water purification stuff, then you can turn around and, you know, be like, okay, this guy is not Satan. You know what I mean? He's not evil because he did do these things. By the way, I was streaming yesterday, and the thing's set up for schedule because I didn't have my Ultra. So I had to restart my Ultra because it was like, oh, what the hell. I let my Ultra lapse without restarting it. And then now it's letting me stream again. Wasn't streaming. So I streamed like, I don't know, between the past day and a half, another 30 hours of content, maybe. Nah, probably less than that. A lot less than that. But anyway, I streamed and it just never posted. I couldn't understand why. And then I realized when I went to my Streamlabs that my Ultra had lapsed, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta do this again. So I restarted it, and now everything's back to normal. I was like, why is my stream not showing up? Oh. I was freaking out. No clue. But that's also how much I care about streaming. I don't pay attention to it. And then something like that happens. So then when I do actually pay attention to my stream, I'm like, oh, I got to do something else. So, but it's back up, hopefully. Won't have an issue. Oh, shouldn't have an issue. Yeah. I'm still waiting on whether or not they did talk about it again. There's some chatter about servers again within Once Human. I think that's a really good thing for them because they can make a lot more money through the game if they offer servers. because those third-party companies have to kick a portion of their proceeds that they get for hosting a server to the game developers, to the game company. And that means more money. More money means more players. More players, yeah, or more development, excuse me. More money means more development for the game. Better development means more players for the game. And that's what you want. You want to pull in as many players as you can into this game, right? So that's also why when I hear people talking shit, I get very defensive about it, because I'm like, dude, you're just destroying this game. You don't have to badmouth this game, right? You don't have to be a dick about it, but you know, I mean, at least, didn't I just do this? Pretty sure I just did. Yeah, I did. What am I doing? Anyway, you don't have to be a jerk about it, but don't badmouth the game on just because you found one thing that may be wrong with it, or you're fighting in a Prime War and it's a little laggy because they're still working out their net coding and everything else to make it less laggy. But you're not even attributing the lag to the fact that somebody built 18,000 walls during the Prime War. And all that has to load. Like, I don't think gamers today realize graphics still play a major role in gaming, right? You'll hear people talk about it, but I don't think they realize that. And rendering plays a major role in how smooth of the gameplay there is. And when you got somebody building 18,000 friggin' walls at a prime where there's all these people shooting, so there's all these effects going off from them, all the effects going off from the Prime doing its special skills, and then you got 18,000 walls all over the place and builds everywhere, rockets being shot and all the other shit, explosions and everything else. That's all very taxing, even on the highest graphics cards. Excuse me, the highest graphics cards. So you bitching about that isn't going to solve it. You might have a shitty graphics card that's not able to handle all that, and you're catching lag from that also, on top of the server lag that happens when you get in these primes. Let them work it out. They'll fix it. I mean, they have to, because if they don't fix it, Prime Wars are just dumb then at that point, right? They know that the Prime Wars have issues with the lag. But that's not just lag on their end. That's lag on your end. Again, it's the server trying to, you know, what is it? We got 20 worlds or 15 worlds on one server, right? So that server is being taxed just to render everything within the game. And then you start adding all your stuff to it. It's got to render even more. And then it's got to remember it, right? And it's got to delete shit too at the same time. So garbage collection gets rid of a lot of the stuff that you don't see anymore. So it's not actually rendering in the background like what Rust does. But when Rust does its GC, you get micro stutters, literally milliseconds or maybe even seconds of where the server is trying to delete all that shit, and you get a stutter. You have to pay real close attention to that. And they have that in here too. They do have garbage collection in here, and when that's running, you'll catch micro stutters. The longer, like in Rust, I think the standard is 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes it'll do that. But if you change that, the more you allow it to collect, so 5 minutes is, I guess, their standard. That's their standard, 5 minutes, I believe. Yeah, it's 5 minutes. So what that does is that ensures that the server's cleaning up every 5 minutes, right? So you get a little micro stutter. But if you change that, and you can change it in Rust to say 15 minutes or a half hour, when that goes to clean it, that micro stutter becomes now many seconds instead of just microseconds, because it has to delete way more now at one time than it did before. So I don't know what they have their garbage collection set up to do, what we call GC, because we come from Rust. I'm not a programmer, so I don't. There's probably a developer name for that I just don't know. I'm just going to call it garbage collection because that's what Rust calls it. And I ran my own servers and I had to tweak that. But anyway, if they have it set for a length of time and we catch those micro stutters every now and again, that might be what it is. Or if we catch, a couple second delay sometimes or a desync, that might be what it is. It might be that they have it set for too long. And then when it goes to do it, it has to delete so much, it takes a little bit of time. It's not going to be minutes. You know what I mean? It's never going to be that. But you can notice seconds of a stutter. And that might be why. But that's why I want the servers, because I already know how to run servers. And like I said, I ran 3 servers in Rust for, I don't know, 6 years. So it's not hard. None of it's hard. I used to, but it's like 6 years off and on because I was shutting them down when I just got tired of it. Didn't have anything to do with like money or anything like that. I would just, Rust can be draining and you can really burn out on Rust really, really fast. Yeah, and so I was burning out on Rust, and when I would burn out on Rust, I would cancel the servers. When I thought I might go and enjoy Rust again, I would turn the servers back on and start running them again. Not only that, but you can run, like, Dan said somebody's got another computer, and I told him, you can just turn it into a Rust server. Take your old system, turn it into a dedicated Rust server. So it streams Rust, or, well, not streams, but runs Rust, and other people can play on it. You can't do that. My man's pots and pans. After this, I'm gonna have to pour it back and forget exactly where this is supposed to be, but I'm here, right where it's supposed to be. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Alrighty then. So, pour back. Get rid of the stuff I need to get rid of. Go back out. Farm, 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 farm. I mean, this game is friggin' easy for me at this point. Like, it's just too easy. I can start a million characters and just breeze right through all the content in the game. Just knowing everything. That's all it is. You just gotta know the mechanics. Once you learn the mechanics of everything, it's easy. Some people beeline, like I said, and they gimp themselves at the end of the game. And they're always gimped, so never let anybody tell you, oh, they're got an overabundance. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're always begging, because you don't go out and look for nothing. Every single one of them. You rush your content, you're going to be begging at the end of the game. And you're going to be mad, because I'm going to be like, why are you begging? Why are you begging? Don't be upset. Don't get mad. And you should make everything you got anyway. Like, don't leave nothing just sitting there, unless you want it to decay. It'll decay anyway, whether it gets made or not. So just make it. Get the extra points for it. Why wouldn't you want the extra XP? Everything about this game is XP, right? So as you're running, if you're not, I mean, if you know you're going to get filled up too much, but if you get a backpack and you got gravel on the go in your inventory and stuff like that, pick up everything, every plant that you run by, pick it up. It's 2 XP, you know? You run by plants all day long, just or crops or whatever. Just pick it up. It doesn't matter. If it decays, let it decay. You didn't want it anyway, so it doesn't matter whether it decays. Use it for fertilizer and then sell the fertilizer. There's so many people in this game that just don't get the full XP experience because they just run by everything. Now, mind you, if I'm busy and I'm running towards something, I don't think about it. But if I see shit in my path, I try to pick it up. I don't do it all the time, just like everybody else. So I do it to myself too. I gimp myself on XP. But if you picked up everything you saw as you were running, it might take you time to get to where you're going. But by the time you got there, you might have pulled 100 flowers, another 200 XP. And at low levels, 200 XP is a lot. But even at high levels, 200 XP is passive XP. You didn't do anything for it except for pick up the plant. Everybody don't, you know, oh, it's passive farming. Okay, well, what about your passive XP? Take care of that. Oh, yeah, as far as weight, I got way too much weight on me, and I got to figure out why. It's got to be, it is. It's steak. So let's go over here. We're going to put you in there. That took me down. This is 2 pounds, and then it's going to be 3 pounds. Okay, so that's 5 pounds. That's not that big. It's the water. Oh, it's definitely the water too. Let's put you over there. Put you over there. That brings me down. What's the T's? T's are nothing. This. This. There we go. We're going down now. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. You can go over there too. You can go over there because I don't need you in my inventory. Alright, we're good. We're golden, pony boy. Let's see, this one, right? Yeah, we'll put you over there. We're golden, pony boy. We're golden. Damn, I was so close. I was there, wasn't I? Yeah, I could have got that teleportation tower and not screwed myself like I just did, but hey, who cares? You know what I mean? Anyway. That's how you go through the game. With that mindset. Oh shit, I got nothing but time to collect. Oh, nice sneeze, yeah. One of the perks of having what they call adult onset allergies, or adult allergies, not onset allergies, but it's like diabetes and shit. I damn sure don't have diabetes, but I know some of you out there do. You take care of that shit. Stop eating so much processed food and shit with a lot of salt content. You ain't got to add salt to canned vegetables. There's already salt in it. Read the label. I like fucking with people. Can't tell you how to live, though. You do whatever you want. Oh, hello, mister. Nope. Nope. You'll knock me all over the place, and I'm not worried about that right now. And I did this already. Pretty sure I did this already, right? Yeah, this is all done. And then I went down here. You know? You know? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I did that. No, I didn't get this. Did I? I got that? Some bitch. Keep rolling. Might as well kill the rabbits because I might get a lethal out of it. But that, yes, is the most evil deviant in the game is the lethal rabbit. Just watch when he catches something, he starts carving it up. He looks like he's taking his time. Like he wants to hurt the thing that he's carving up, and it looks like he's getting pleasure out of it. That's an evil looking fucking deviant. That deviant is pure evil, man. I think the giant is mean. I think if you can make the lethal rabbit fight the giant, he'd destroy the giant and then carve it up. It'll skin its own, which is crazy. Cannibalism. Just cannibalizes its own. This is... I should have went there first. Never mind. I could always come back. You get people in this game be like, I'm so good at the game. That shit is perceptual, buddy. I watched your gameplay. You're not as good as you think you are. Keep that ego in check, and I won't have to remind you that your ego should be in check. So good at this game, I could do this game with my eyes closed. what I'm saying. Melee is like OP. It's overpowered in this game. So, I watched Cade Gaming. He did a lot of videos for, what was it? New World. Cade Games. He had some decent builds. I ran some of his builds. His builds weren't all trash. A lot of people say his builds are trash and he's just putting out the same builds, and he has done that. But he's doing it for Once Human now. And if you watch his gameplay, if his character's actually built like that, then, I mean, his builds aren't bad, right? But people were already saying, like, his builds are trash and this and that. And he was getting 20k, 30k hits on a shrapnel build. Or no, I'm sorry, a power surge build. And I know you can get more than that, but I mean, he did a boss, you know, and his damage is like 1.4 for the boss. 1.4 million. That's actually pretty good at the level that he was when he did it. So, I mean, people were knocking his builds, but I think he's just going with pure damage numbers. Yeah. Maybe not things that make sense, because, like, he had a power surge build, and he used the frozen Northern Pike weapon, which is okay. And he put a blessing, frosty blessing mod on it, which is fine because he can then heal just by beating up things. But it probably didn't complement his build as much as he thinks it did. And again, he goes for raw damage. So I think for him, it's more about the numbers that he sees as opposed to whether the build really makes sense or not. But he knew what he was doing. It's not like he didn't understand what he was doing, because he damn sure did. And I think people just hate on him because he makes builds, and they remember him from New World, because there's a lot of New World players that are playing this too. You got New World players in here, you got Rust players in here, you got a bunch of people in here that play. Now, New World players, they generally don't like the levels slow. They try to rush. You know, they want to get to the highest level so they can compete and everything. And I think that's where we're getting a lot of these people who rush the game. I think they're like New World players. I mean, Rust players too, you know, but Rust players just want to kill everybody. Some of them. I'm a Rust player. I don't want to kill everybody, but you know, in Rust, the thing is, don't trust anyone in Rust. No trust in Rust. You give someone access to your base, you give them the codes, and next thing you know, they're cleaning you out while you're offline. We got all this shit, let's go. That happens way more than people think. In this game, I don't really like giving out my permissions unless I'm having somebody build something and then I pull it. But I tell them the same thing. If you give me permissions to build something, take it from me as soon as I leave. You know, don't leave them. Because it ain't that I'm going to go in and do anything, but I want them to be able to trust me. And, you know, it's a lot harder. It's harder to trust someone when you're giving them full permissions and you have trust issues. He said, what? What crisis area? Oh, disco. Disco. Yeah. Disco. I hate the disco. I hope it's over. I already have a disco ball. I don't need it. Disco. Yeah. Nope, it's still going on. Baby spider! Hate you. You're a freak of nature. It's scary. Things are scary, man. I don't care what anybody says. That shit is spooky. No, I did not do that. Yes, I did. You idiot. That's what you get, and you deserve it. Yep. Poppin' mollies. I friggin' auto sorted and put the steak combo in the damn thing. I'm just gonna do this and then go back. And let me get through this. Not gonna be able to do all the quests because the disco thing's going on, so it won't let me finish them. Get out of here. Oh, somebody's over there. I guess they're going to do the disco event. I'll give them a hand if they're going to do it. But I'll do it in a second. It might be done. They might finish it before I get over there, which is okay. Finish that shit. So I don't have to. Thank you. I'm going to have to go. Anyway. Yeah. Alright. Disco, disco. Yeah. Disco, disco. Disco, disco. Disco, disco. What? Yo, douchebag, what'd you shoot it for? Why'd you shoot it out of my hand? What, that stupid? Idiot. Fucking weirdo. Dumb as dirt, bro. Dumb as dirt. That's the ignorance of a player. See that? That was so ignorant that he just did that. Like he knows what that it's going to do. And why would you do that? It doesn't even make any sense what he just did. It's just stupidity. Now he's getting hit by the other thing. This ain't working. We ain't got nothing to throw at it. Good job, buddy. You just ruined it. fucking dummy did it again. What is the matter with you? Are you okay? Do you need some help or anything? You special? Not leaving the area. I got things I gotta do. You leave the area. Dude definitely was on the spectrum right there, man. He just kept shooting the shit. Like, yo, stop shooting it. Why are you killing the stuff we need to kill the disco ball with? Let's see if there's something out here for me. Because there's... We should have had a disco ball out here. I don't even know what did I get for the event. Might not have got anything. I don't know. Well, we got something, but I don't know what it was. I never really do the disco event. Tried it before. Used to be in a beta. You can like switch from one to the other and dance, but that got a little complicated because people were just... What is... People would come over and just ruin it. Didn't know how to do it. So... And then they changed it to 2 people now. Or 2 people can do it. I think 1 can actually do it even now. Which is nice if that's how they made it. Oh, see, there is a thing around here. It's probably on the roof, too. And I'll go get it, but... Yeah, buddy. If you're on the roof, you're mine. Twinkle Toes. I'm coming for you. Yep, I know where it is. I know right where it is. It's as you get up there. It's up there. No one cares, buddy. I'm going to kill you too. What are you worried about? Just stay there. Everything's going to happen. Got you. Don't sweat it. You're done. Sure, you're Twinkle Toes when you're doing a disco event. That's your new name. Twinkle Toes. But, are you really done? Because you're not really done. Alright. You still need to explore everything else. So, let's go over here and explore that. And then come back up and explore the rest of the town. Get all my items. Cheese the whole game like this. Just daggers. I seen someone, they posted up on YouTube too. They beat the treant with just a dagger, not throwing daggers, just their dagger. Like, why? Like, just a dagger. He used just a dagger though. I've never seen anybody do that except for him. Now, mind you, he might have got the idea from somebody else, but I haven't seen it yet. But it was funny. Just a dagger. Crazy. What? What is going on? I don't know. I think the word douchebag comes to mind. I'm just saying. I mean, that was a real dicky move that you just did. Let me guess. You're like, what, 12? You just had to shoot the thing that you knew I was going after? And then run away after you did it? Can't hear you. Got you muted. See, you'll get people like that in game right there. There was no reason for him to shoot that. It was just a dick move. He knew I was going after it. He saw what was happening. So, you don't let those people talk because it'll just be another douchebag trying to be toxic. So I just blocked the voice chat because I don't even need to be involved in it. He needs to go play on that other server with Nalani and him. He'll fit right in. And you'll be buddies. Hold each other's hands and cheerlead for each other when they get in an argument with somebody online. My boyfriend's getting attacked. Let me help him out. And he said he got a wife, so he definitely beats his wife. There's no doubt about that. Definitely. He's definitely beating his wife. He is definitely one of those dudes. Swing and a miss. Don't move when I'm trying to kill you. What are you doing? You're supposed to sit there and let me hit you. For those who don't recognize sarcasm, I can't help you with that. Huh. That was nowhere near where my crosshair was. Like that was completely in a different area than that. Because I don't believe anybody anymore when they sit there and they, oh, I'm sorry. Dude, you saw me running right for it. You knew I was going for it. You saw me kill the other one first, so I know you did it intentionally. Like, seriously. Like, don't tell me you weren't trying to be a dick about it, because I know you were. It was obvious what you did. I mean, you saw me kill the one, you saw me sit there and go after the other one, and you shot it. And then you ran away after you shot it, so you knew what you did. You did it intentionally. Like, don't try and apologize now. That's why I'm not, I don't care. My bad, Sam. I mistook you for an asshole. You know, I'm not saying sorry for what I said, because you did exactly what you wanted to do. If you're going to play like a douchebag, I'm going to call you a douchebag. If you're going to play like an idiot, I'm going to call you an idiot. It's just that simple. You see me killing something. You were far away. There was no reason for you to shoot it. And you decided to do it. And then turn around. Even though there was other mobs there that you could have shot, you ran away after shooting a mob that I was going after. So I know you did it intentionally. So no. You don't get a pass. You know, whether you apologize now or not, it don't matter. You did what you did because you knew you could do it. You knew I was sitting there throwing daggers. You knew I was meleeing shit. And you wanted to sit there and be an ass. So, thank you. You got that. Who cares? I'm not doing that no more. I'm not. I did that on that other server, and I've. That's why I got into all the shit that I did, because I sat there and tried to excuse the behavior of other people when I knew they were doing it intentionally. Nah, you're not getting. I'm not doing that no more. That's why. Keep it muted. You ain't got to say you're sorry. You ain't got to say nothing. Be the asshole that you were being. Don't back down from it. Shit, if I'm going to be an asshole, I'm going to be an asshole. I ain't going to apologize for it. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'll apologize, but that shit was intentional. I don't care what it. You can say whatever you want, Shane. You did that shit intentionally, right? So, no. I don't care about your fucking apology. Rup. need to listen to my mellow music. Calm down. It's not that deep. It's not. So calm down then. Okay, I will. Rip. I'll just be nice. Let me be the bigger man. Should I be the bigger man? Yep. I'll be the bigger man. Believe me, I don't misinterpret shit at all. I may say when somebody decides to be really apologetic and all, maybe I misinterpreted, but I really didn't. There's just some real clear things that people do that you can tell it was meant to be done. You know, if you shoot something that I was going after, you saw me kill something, and then you turn around and shoot it because you saw me kill the other thing that was near it, and you know I'm going for the other thing, and you hit it, and then you kill it, and then you turn around and run away, even though there was other shit there. So, like, if they would have kept killing this stuff around there, I would have been okay with it. Seriously, like, no joke. I would have been like, all right, cool. They're going after other mobs. Maybe they need them. But to kill one mob and then turn around and run after you did it, when you know I was going after that mob, that just tells me that you were trying to be a dick. And there's no... Why then even have this conversation about you being sorry afterwards? I don't want to forgive you because I know you were being a dick. So you already did the act, right? You already did the dick move. So apologizing for it after the fact don't make it okay. Doesn't make it any less of what you did. It's you were trying to be a wise ass. You were trying to be funny about it. And you got called out on it, and now you thought about it and you feel guilty about doing it because I called you out on it. So all of a sudden you want to apologize? Nah, don't apologize. Keep that same energy, bro. Yeah. I'm not apologizing to you if I meant to do something. What? Die, doggies. Now that wasn't supposed to happen, by the way. I don't know why that switched over to my dagger. Again, that just makes me think you're fake when you do shit like that. And I just don't like fake people, bro. Keep that same energy, man. Come on, be true to your dickish. Big man. See you. And then bought my transfers this week, so can't take the bus. You can go on without me. Damn it. I know I'm gonna have to fight them now. I don't know what this is for. Raven eggs. There's got to be some kind of accomplishment for that. I just don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to look it up because I'm curious about that. How's your head, bruh? Feeling a little, I don't know, less than your normal self? Mahalo. I don't even think there's anything in here. Yeah, there's that, but there's not going to be anything like laying around. Over there will be. Right there is. These are level 28. Come on. Ah, you son of a... You suck, dude. Where are you? Just die, man. Let me go back over in my area, because I shouldn't even be over here right now. I mean, I could fight it, but... I don't want to. Mr. Busman. The farm. Let's go get the teleporter. There she is. Yeah, what is with all these raven eggs now? I guess you gotta find... It's gotta be some kind of... I can't just see it as food. Gotta be something for it. Big man, come here. Me and you got a date. It's me and you. And this thing. Whatever it is. Nope, not gonna waste it on you. Searchlight. There. Give me it. Hello? You're not playing fair. Beat it. Could have killed you with 2 daggers. One to kill you with searchlights. And now you're dead. Okay. Now I feel better. Wait. What? Yeah, this don't make no sense. Look, I'm glitched. I'm glitched. Looks like I'm throwing machetes. That is weird. Yeah. Very unusual glitch. Let's go do the telephone booths. I always like that. Alright, why'd I do that? Because I can't tell what I have in my hand. There's Mr. Telephone Booths. Yes, I hear you. Oops. Now number 3 and then number 4 is up there. And then you come right back down here anyway to claim your
Deviation signals have been detected coming from a telephone booth in the northern marshes of the Dayton wetlands.
I got a story behind it? Didn't have one before. So the other one's right here with some alligators. Where are the gators? They're around here. Yes, I know. It's down here. Could never figure out that puzzle before, and on my last character, the level 50, I couldn't complete that quest for some reason. It wouldn't give me the box, and it wouldn't give me the telephones. I mean, it would give me the telephones, but it just seemed to keep restarting it over and over and over again. Because there's no order in which to do that. You just do it. Yeah, to the town. I want to go down here because there's a quest down here that will start the book quest that you need while you're in this town. If you start at the other end, you're just going to go all the way back through the town again. To avoid that, I will go get the quest now. There it is. Thank you. Alrighty then. Haven't been seeing a lot of decor again. should be a big guy here. Where you at, buddy? I don't see you. You're not helping me by doing what you did there, buddy. At all. Jerk off. I'm shooting that weird shit at me. Ah, so this ain't open until you get the quest. Was it Maya Angelou that said, when someone shows you their true colors, or when someone shows you who they are, believe them? I think that's what it was. Chop, what are you doing? Why are you stopping and cutting? What the? Play the goddamn game, will you? I don't know what's happening. I can't with the machete thing. It's just messing me up. I'm gonna have to relog. Because every time I think I got the machete out, I got the other weapon out. It's just messing me up. This is the one. Active theft. Yeah. I knew I was missing something. See? Excuse me. Squeeze me. Baking powder. The delay in some of the weapons is just bad. It really is. It messes up the game so bad when you go to switch to something and it's like that, where it resets as you're holding back the fire. It'll just reset like on its own. I have nothing to do with it. That's just garbage, man. Fix that. Fix that. You know, we complained about the melee for, over a year and how the melee had felt. They were doing a lot of things with the melee that was unnecessary. They were trying to put inertia in the melee, so when you swing a weapon, it pulls you with the weapon as you're in the direction that you're swinging it. So you have that little inertia. Like, it's simulating a heavy weapon and what a heavy weapon would do in real life, but you don't need that mechanic in a video game where things are attacking you, because it just means that things will attack you more while you're stuck in that animation, because it's all animation. You have no control over it. You can't even cancel the animation. So because of that, we were getting hit and almost killed by mobs. Or they would have a puzzle, and the puzzle is when you're reading the paperwork for the puzzle, mobs would hit you as you're reading it, and you're like, what the hell? You get done reading it and you're like at a quarter health, and sometimes you got killed. I'm like, why is this mechanic in this game? Anytime you have melee, anytime you have stuff that you have to read and things like that, no mob should be able to hit you while you're reading the thing that you're going after. Just shouldn't be able to. Or if you're looting, because you're stuck in an animation. It's a very dumb mechanic. So they did some work on it though, and it's noticeable. You can see the change within it. There's definitely a change with the. There's definitely a change there. That's what I'm saying. What? I get hit because of his dumb shit? That's bad for melee too. Not being able to direct your attack. So, low-lying spiders, they can hit you several times before you kill them. Not good. Not a good mechanic. Don't look at me. This is for the... That's for the mushroom or the jelly lady. The jelly lady. Dude, they need to quit with that detection bullshit. They need to change that again. His detection, I mean, he wasn't watching me. Just all of a sudden fucking detects me. What is that? Get the detection right. That'll be something else that they'll be working on, I'm pretty sure. It's not time, cat. Don't be coming up in here begging me for shit right now. You got over an hour wait before you get fed. Don't rub on my legs. So you're not gonna get fed any sooner. I know what you're trying to do. It's not working, buddy. You're not getting fed yet. Another hour. Why you bully me? Why you bully me? what, weirdo? Don't you even dare. Beats by Dre. Oh shit, I gotta go do that. Damn it. I did not see that, so. Andy, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, bud. You got a bad deal in life. Caught in the animation. I couldn't get out of it. Teddy bear. Hey, wait. Where's the teddy bear? This is the teddy bear spot. Did they take that out of the game? Looks like they did. Where's the teddy bears? That is weird. Usually there's a teddy bear here and a circle of teddy bears in the middle, and now it is gone. And they have these things, which weren't there before. What is happening, Mr. Teddy Bear? Don't know. Maybe something was wrong with it. Maybe the quest wasn't performing right. Or maybe just nobody was seeing the quest and participating in it. Oh well. I'm outie. That's that. So now that's done. Oh, this contains my favorite quest in the game. Actually, I gotta get something to eat, so I gotta. Near a teleporter. Yeah, right there. All right. Soon, my friend, soon. It will give me all my stuff. There is no new items in the shop because I got them on my other character. And what's today? 2 more days. There are no new costumes. And I already have the battle pass, so I'm not buying it again. Let me eat now while I'm remembering. This is what I kept forgetting when I was on the other server too, because I would get so involved in what we were doing. I would not even eat. Just completely forget. How do you forget to fucking eat what you do? You forget. So, it is not hard to forget to eat. What are you doing there, buddy? Huh? What are you doing? What, Mr. Taz? Don't like patting you because you're gonna get hair everywhere. You're a big fur ball. Alright, I'll be back on. Anybody who's watching, thank you very much. Have a good night, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is there. I'll probably be back in about an hour, maybe less. It depends. But again, thank you for watching. I'm sorry about the last 2 days of not having any content uploading. Apparently, like I said, there was a problem. I didn't even realize that my Ultra had lapsed, so I had to go back in and restart it. By the way, you can get Streamlabs, and I'm not sponsored by them, but you can get Streamlabs OBS for it's $20 a month for the Ultra. You get thousands of templates, or hundreds of templates, thousands of templates, I believe. And you can multi-stream. You can you can view your chat from one source. You won't be able to respond, so if you still have to have your Twitch chat up or whatever it is, maybe YouTube if someone's talking to you, but you can then respond through the microphone if you got a microphone. You don't have to actually type it in. But it's $20, and it's definitely worth it, at least in my opinion, when you can multi-stream to so many platforms that they have available. And it's just logging in, and it's all connected. You push your start stream, and you start streaming. So, appreciate it again. Have a good night.